2 weeks, 4 major locations. Welcome to the Japan vlogs. There's a lot of clips to share, so I'll split this trip into 2 parts. Heads up, I'm still camera shy and this trip was non-stop busy, so hopefully this voiceover will suffice. Anyways, let's get into it. This is everything that we did in Tokyo and Hakone. I'm gonna be honest, this was my first international flight I've ever been on, so it was a whole new world for me. I could literally feel my sanity slowly slipping away with every passing hour, but despite the rough beginning, it ended up being a really fun trip. On our first day, we hit up Tsukiji Market, and jet lag was hitting me really hard. Sadly, I couldn't eat much, but I still managed to grab a few snacks. We arrived early in the morning, so the traffic around this market wasn't too bad to navigate. My friends and I enjoyed getting to browse around and see the wide selection of fresh seafood, specialty gifts, and other foods that were being sold at this market. In the afternoon, we visited the infamous Kappabashi kitchen street, and my friends splurged on specialty knives while I ended up getting 2 pairs of chopsticks, one with an engraving and another I got as a pair with my partner. If I'm being honest, there were a lot of locations that felt like a tourist trap. However, I still think it's worth checking out to see the quirky art structures and the cool kitchen tools and appliances in the area. In the evening, part of the group attended a Kintsugi Workshop. This is an art form where you repair broken pottery, and it's a practice that embodies the concept known as wabi-sabi, or embracing imperfection. And I had a lot of fun with this activity. One additional note though, honestly I wish I would have grinded the edges a bit more so there'd be some line variation with the gold, but we needed to make it in time for our final activity of the night. And before I get into that, let's take a brief check-in and see what my brother and his friend were doing while we were at the workshop.
How do we even get here?
I don't know.
Day 1 final activity reveal time. So our group met up again at the teamLab Borderless exhibit, and we spent about an hour here walking through the hallways. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see everything, especially those really cool rooms like the ones filled with water that you see on social media. My lack of sleep plus the intense time difference was catching up to me. There were even moments where I nearly fell asleep on the ground or in places like this hill that you see in one of the rooms. Anyways, enjoy some of these clips that we captured. Welcome to our second full day of the trip. We arrived in Setagaya and stopped by a local family mart for breakfast. Side note, it was my mission to try a new onigiri flavor anytime I got the chance. This time I grabbed 2 different ones, a gyusuke beef one and a salmon kombu flavored one. Honestly, I don't know how these convenience stores manage to make their rice so perfectly fluffy in the fridge, but it's extremely satisfying to bite into. After fueling our stomachs, we made our way to Gotokuji Temple, just a short walk away. This is considered the birthplace of the Maneki Neko, also known as the Lucky Cat or Beckoning Cat, and I can believe it since there are figurines displayed throughout the entire area. It's said that the Maneki Neko is a symbol of good fortune, so when visitors come here they can write prayers and wishes on a wooden placard called an ema or directly pray at the offering box. Shout out to Mapuki who allowed me to creepily record her as she made her prayer. Don't trust me on this. I believe the ritual at temples is you have to throw a 5 yen coin into the box, ring the bell, bow twice, clap twice, pray, and then bow once more. You can tell there's a lot of care, detail, and maintenance that goes into this place. As you walk past the traditional architecture and take in the serene gardens, it could leave you exploring here for hours.
Jesus.
You're gonna have fun editing this later.
Shibuya time! I don't know if this makes sense, but these buildings were so much shorter in person. For reference, the tallest building in Seattle is Columbia Center at 937 feet, while Shibuya's Scramble Square is 754 feet. I know this isn't like a fair comparison, and there are plenty of tall buildings outside of Shibuya. This was just a little unexpected. Also, looking back on this clip, it's so funny because my partner and I were trying to run to the Hachiko statue because we saw that the line was getting really long, and so all you can see is us just zooming at the very end of this. We did end up getting a photo, by the way. Getting back on track, a few of us headed into Shibuya 109 and shopped to our heart's content. The girls took this opportunity to do purikura, and we messed up the first set of photos because the screen prompted us to turn around, but I guess it was just wanting to let us know it was adding more interesting wallpapers to the background, and that's why you can only see our backs in one of the frames. At least this became a funny moment to remember. While my friend was trying on clothes and I was exploring the other floors in the building, my partner ended up getting me this really good steak. Fortunately, I have no idea where they went, so you and I are just gonna have to cry about it. Yeah. I hope I can try it again someday. After an hour or so, everyone kind of scattered around doing their own things. My brother and his buddy went to see the Sega flagship store and Pokemon Center, and his friend's mission for this trip was to find trading cards. I'm not sure if he did end up finding it here, but this definitely looked like an interesting location to check out. I'm sad to say that we've reached the end of our Tokyo adventures, but luckily we finished it with a bang. Plowing through the bustling streets of Shinjuku, the group made our way to our samurai restaurant reservation. This place was the most eccentric building I've ever been in, and I loved every moment of it. From the online reviews, this place apparently used to be called the Robot Restaurant pre-2020, but reopened and rebranded as the Samurai Restaurant. The visuals still follow the same fun, colorful neon lights, plus an engaging performance from energetic actors. Anyways, it's time for me to stop talking and just show you a little bit of what we saw at the performance. Y'all. You said no. The next morning, we picked up a few groceries at the supermarket before heading off to Hakone. It's mainly because we didn't have a car and the area we stayed in wasn't easy for transportation. Also, walking wasn't an option because the sidewalks were non-existent. So yeah, that's what we're working with. Quick house tour. This was one of my favorite places we stayed at on this trip because it just felt so cozy. I think the lighting really gave off this warm and inviting vibe, especially in the night, which made sleeping in the woods not so creepy. Our first night was pretty much spent traveling to our B&B and preparing for the next day, but in total we spent 2 days in Hakone. For our official day 1, we bussed over to Hakone Shrine and explored the surrounding area. Hello. I haven't been filming because I've been feeling kind of heavy with the jet lag. So, currently walking around, we kind of just visited the torii gates. Here's the game. Woo-hoo. The one thing I'll say is these rocks are hella slippery. But other than that, it's really cool to see the lake right there. We here with Michi Michelle. How's the trip? How's the tripping going so far?
3 days in as a tour guide, I'm gonna quit. They have no 401k or any pension or anything. I will file my complaint to the union. Get fuck out of it. But Hakone has been very nice, very relaxing, much needed.
After a very, very busy time in Tokyo. So glad we started off with the busy stuff before heading off into the more chill areas. Although I will say that bus situation, crazy. Huh? Apparently they found a bird that's saying Ohio in a mocking voice. I hear it.
I told you.
So after a while, we made our way back to the shrine, and everyone was off doing something different. Some members were getting stamps for their Goshuincho, some were making prayers, but I know at one point all of us took a moment to admire the space we were in, seeing these beautiful vermilion colored architecture and just enjoying the peaceful sounds of nature. After Hakone, we were going to be heading off to Kyoto and Osaka, having this moment to just slow down a little bit before having to pick up the pace. Once we get back to the bustling city spaces, we knew we had to take this chance to really enjoy the calm before the storm, although we were also very excited for those parts of the trip. Later in the day, we stumbled on this store called Hakone Sun Sand. Before even heading inside, we were hit with the smell of sweet butter. Oh, it smells so good. And I guarantee it was the main deciding factor that led us to wanting to try out this store. This place specializes in these little shortbread buttercream sandwiches, and it looks to all be made in-house. I think that they make the perfect gift for friends and family. After one bite, I was hooked, so I'm glad I grabbed some to take home. How the heck did you get this off?
Oh, you got the same thing?
Mm-hmm. It's good.
And there's ice cream for you guys too, right?
Huh? No.
I think this is cream.
Cream.
Either cream or butter. Probably butter.
Yeah.
Yep, it's butter. It's a pistachio and berry butter sandwich. Got some gifts from my parents.
No? Yeah.
Ahoy, mateys. We were really out here living like Pirates of the Caribbean as we took this 10-minute cruise across Lake Ashi towards our next destination. By the way, I'd recommend upgrading to the more premium seats for better views because the ship was packed. Might I say, we were like sardines. Anyways, we felt so lucky because on this day, Mount Fuji was super visible. Honestly, we didn't even think we were gonna see it this entire trip, but that was a really big positive. Also, check out this little mini torii gate. Isn't that so cute? Alrighty, ladies. So now we're on our way to Owakudani Valley. Yes! That's where we got our masks on. Trying to get that juicy gas.
I don't know. I'm trying to die.
So, we made it to Owakudani Valley. This was such a cool area, and I feel bad we didn't get to explore more. It's going to be a recurring theme that we were short on time, but I'm definitely coming back to see everything next time. This area is by the crater where the last eruption of Mount Hakone occurred 3,000 years ago, and it's considered an active volcanic zone. On a related note, we had to take a quick detour to the gift shop to get a special item. This black beef curry. Just kidding. Kind of. But this place is known for their hard-boiled eggs that are cooked in the volcanic hot springs, and as a result, the outer shell becomes this dark charcoal color. And legend says that they can add 7 years to your life. So you might be thinking, how do they taste? Well...
Oh, shit. These are hot.
Yeah.
Ah! Smells like sulfur.
Are they actually hot?
Yeah, I saw something peeking out.
You're supposed to eat the black.
Oh, these are really cooked.
Ooh, yeah, it's
See how hot
steaming.
it is?
Damn.
It's like steaming.
I told you, I was like, these are warm.
Ooh.
How does it taste? Any different from regular?
Not one bit.
So you tell me I got scammed?
No, you'll get 7 years on your life, man.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah. This is the most interesting mukbang I've ever seen.
Well, I do notice the yolk like has a black rim around it when you were eating it.
That might just
How
be
is it?
iron oxidation.
It's like a boiled egg.
Want me to record you eating it, Reach?
Oh, you're trying to hand it to me or this one?
Yeah, that's for you. Of course, we couldn't go to Hakone without visiting an onsen, so we thought, why not make our last night a little special? And so we chose the Yu Yunessun water theme park and Mori no Yu public bathhouse. For obvious reasons, I can't record in the bathhouse, but I caught some fun clips inside the theme park. This place was huge. There was a gift shop, a family mart, places to play games, and so many more things that I wish I would have taken the time to explore, but I wanted to make sure I captured as much as I could at the theme park.
Hello, crusty bit. Today.
Oh, it's interesting that they have it. What's beer? The beer bath.
Oh, it looks like this.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Beer bath.
Beer bath. POV, you're in my toilet.
Puffer is in town.
It smells kind of floral, but I wouldn't say like.
Am I too fat? Why am I so buoyant?
I feel like in the the beer water, it was like a little bit more.
The density or buoyancy is different. Science boy. Being like dumb biology degree on.
POV, I'm the rat in the sewer.
Oh my god, rat in the New York sewer.
The one thing I noticed is a lot of these different pools have their own sense to it. It's cool.
This view in this corner is absolutely the best.
Oh, I got a lot hotter. Oh shit. Honestly, I don't know what flavor bath this was supposed to be, but the theme was Dia de los Muertos.
Our friendship. This is so crusty.
There was also an outside area that had water slides and the hottest water I'd ever walked through. I could feel my feet screaming to get out. But in the middle of my scorching pain, I took a moment to appreciate the cute Halloween decorations in these fish tanks, and then booked my way out. We have happy pudding.
Happy pudding. Quality check. Properly jiggly. That's the one, mate.
Look at that technique.
The magic release. Oh, yeah, baby. I'm no better. Oh, easily entertained. Ooh, oh shit. Yeah, no, it's super soft. Oh shit. Whoa. This is quite nice. Now his will to live has been restored by the mega pudding.
Because the custard tastes different than like the smaller ones.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. The smaller one almost more like dense. This one is very like goo-like. It literally melts in your mouth. Hold the crusty boys over.
Farewell, Hakone. You will be missed, but I'm definitely adding you back to my bucket list for a future adventure. Anyways, before heading off to Kyoto, we stopped to grab some food. We got probably one of my favorite meals near the Hakone-Yumoto station called Yume on. I ordered the mentaiko kakidama udon and left that bowl cleaner than it came. I'm dreaming of the day I get to come back here. And with that, cheers to the end of part 1. See you guys next time for Kyoto and Osaka. But while we wait, here's a preview of what's to come.
Are you filming?